Olympic swimming started. Mom and I would watch it every night. She adored Michael Phelps, all the more so that he came from Baltimore, because she had grown up nearby, across Chesapeake Bay, on the eastern shore of Maryland. "I wish he'd swim in the backstroke," she said. That had been her specialty. "You can't swim everything, Mother." "He can. He's amazing." "I never asked you. Why did you swim backstroke?" "You really want to know, Teddy?" "Yeah." "Because when you're on your back, you don't have your face stuck in the water. You can see the sky. I liked that." "Who would have thunk it?" I said. "Now, it's not so good when you're in a race in an outdoor pool, because if the sun's out, it's in your eyes. But me just swimming the backstroke in the river, why, if the sun got in my eyes, I just turned over for a while. You've got to remember, in the beginning, I just swam for the hell of it, because the river was out our backyard. I imagine if I'd lived in Nepal, I'd have climbed mountains and been a Sherpa." "Aren't the Sherpas all men?" "For God's sake, Teddy, don't be so literal. Is this any better? If I'd grown up in Las Vegas, I'd have been a whore." Mom made certain to find out when the women's 100-meter backstroke would be shown. That had been her event when she'd made the U.S. team. "I want to tell you all about that," she told me. "You do? I could never get a word out of you on that." "Well, there was a reason." "What was that?" "That's what you're going to find out, Antsy Pants. But things were connected." "I don't know what that means." "It means I didn't ever want to talk about the Olympics because that was connected to other stuff, which I didn't think was any of your damn business. Till now. A woman can change her mind. So can a man, but most of you are too stubborn ever to do that." That reminded me. "I thought you had something for me." "I do." "What is it?" "Teddy, just hold your horses." She shook her head in despair at me, which was not uncommon, although I usually couldn't imagine what exactly it was that Mom held me in despair of. "Nobody can wait anymore," she said in exasperation. "One of the great technological advances in this world, which is actually a terrible step backwards, is cameras." At times like this, I had no idea where she was going. "How so?" I asked. Mom liked a straight man. "Much of the fun of taking pictures was not knowing how a picture came out. You took a picture and then had to wait till you got the roll back from the drugstore to find out how good the pictures were. And when you found out one of them, even only one of them, was a honey of a picture, it made your day. Now, with all this digital nonsense, you can see the picture right away. What fun is that?" "Well, there's something to be said for getting something right, isn't there?" "Oh, sure," she said in that world-weary way, which I took to really indicate a weariness of me and my questions. "But the point is, the larger point, Teddy, is that there are no surprises left. You can tell on the phone who it is before you pick it up. All the children are on that Facebook thing, so there's no blind dates left. Just peekaboo dates. Everybody has to know what sex their child is hardly before they're out of bed and through conceiving. No. We think we're so clever, but we're a poorer world without surprises." Still shaking her head at the folly of us all, she got up and went over to her little antique desk, opened a drawer, and pulled out one of those large acetate envelopes. It was a bright purple, violet, her favorite color. I instinctively reached out my hand for the folder. You would have thought that I'd have learned by now. No, she said. "Not yet. In fact, I've decided that I'm going to tell you the first part of the story." "This is a story?" I asked, pointing to the envelope. "You've written a story?" No, Teddy, not a story. It's the real story that happened to me long ago that I want you to know about." "To you?" "My story, yes." "At the Olympics?" "That's part of it." She grinned, and rather mischievously, I thought. "That's a lot of the part I'm going to tell you." "Why do you want to tell me that part?" "Well, the first part is a lot of fun, so I decided I'd enjoy telling you that." As she stood before me, she gently wrapped the envelope in her thigh. "But the second part is more important, so I better let you read that to make sure it's absolutely clear." "All right, I got it."